Okay, let's see here. Just waiting for the thing to show up on stream. This is the smartest thing to do for that one there. So, hi all. I'm Mageius1, and welcome to Super Dimension Fortress Macross. So, yep, shows them there, so that's good. Oh, oops. Hit the thing already to start on that one, but don't worry, time has not started yet. It has not. Because this is part of... You have two stories for it. The easiest way to do that is to start, you know, when we select the start the story. So, ARMD routes. This is based off of the Super Dimensions Fortress Macross series, the original one. So, it's a fun game. I'll try to explain it as I go. The run itself isn't that bad, but so they want to double check to make sure that that yes, you want to do this or that one because of everything else. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So mentioned Fortress Macross. It's a game for the PS2. As I said, it's based off the old anime franchise of the same name. Anyway, we get to have some transforming mechs. We get to have some fun stuff. I'll try to explain the story best as I can on that one. Anyway, this route is based off of the actual movie of it. So right now, our main character's name is Eddie, at least according to the guide I could find when I was reading this. There's Roy, Ogre, Skull Leader. For those that are familiar with the you know, Robotech series, you know that this is, you know, part 1 of it. Well, based off of it. Yes, I believe it is. The main character's name is Eddie, or that one, although I've never seen the movie of that one. So we're just waiting around Macross Island for these Entrati to attack. Surprise, surprise. We, you know, Earth basically, after aliens crash land, stops, you know, humanity finds out it's no longer alone in the world, well, in the universe, so yeah. Just gotta wait a little bit on that one. It's good. It's fun. Still prefer Robotech Battle Cry, but that's because he's got a lot more interesting things. But, so now we're just waiting around on that one for the first wave of enemies to spawn. So we're gonna boost towards them. And target them all with our missiles. Try not to get the lens flare. Want to dodge some here and there. Don't worry, I'll try to keep the fact of, you know, the going upside down and other stuff to a minimum, because I know how some people can get possible motion sickness on that one. So we want to just use our missiles right now, try to minimize some lag. Do that, and then we're done for the first half of that one. I have to say though, one of the saddest things about this game in this speedrun, got where the target was for a second, because you know, flying close to it is what you want to do on that one, and so we got to there. Now, I'll try not to do a lot of crazy things like this, but the game is I said this is the movie part of the run, well, the movie part of the storyline, you know, Prometheus being the one based off the show, this being off the movie. Anyway, we're skipping the cutscenes where we can, because of course. Now, we've got to defend Macross City here. So first thing we want to do Is lock onto an enemy. Use what we can. Now the thing is honestly, the Battleoid here is the only thing that's got a proper lock on. So you'll notice me using that a lot. Plus also because this has an actual secondary rate of fire, you'll be seeing me combine my shots for both things. For when I've got to use the 1 minute. Because it is a pain to use this sometimes because of the controls for it. So we want to use our missiles here. Avoid the lag. Want to shoot down as many of the enemies as we can, because the faster we get rid of them, the faster the game switches to the next part of the mission. Gotta wait for the pods to come in. Want to use our missiles here while flying backwards. You'll be seeing that a lot. I'm not joking here when I say the devs gave us a lot of different movement options, including the ability to actually fly backwards while having the one while using the unlock or guardian if you're familiar with Robotech, and I will be using that to describe that mode a lot easier because it's a lot easier to remember how to pronounce it. A lot, because they gave us a lot of interesting things. Yeah, not the cleanest, but better than nothing. Because of this being, or the other thing, because this being the movie, you know, the shorter but a bit harder one, is it's a lot easier to, you know, get through things on that one. So now we have access to, I believe it's the 1J, which is nice, on that one. We gotta defend the Macross here. This is after the hyper, you know, this is after the dimension warp. So what we're gonna do is, again, multi-target. And defend the ship using Guardian mode here because, as I said, the devs just did not think anybody would actually just use the fact that, oh yeah, we can fly backwards with a missile platform. Hey, that's not broken in any way, shape, or form. Or that our AI enemies won't come near us or go out of their way to get out of the way until they get to us. That's not broken. That's not dumb. So before the start of the run, I did put the game in the easy version of flight controls. This is more of an actual strategy for you, the viewers, than anything else. So just keep aiming at them, taking them out as fast as possible. This is basically a glorified auto-scroller because we have to take, you know, defend the ship for the time limit. Oh, this is not even the beginning of exploiting the game's AI. Also, the reason why I said I put it on easy as far as the fight controls go is I don't think you guys want to see stuff like this or this whenever I have to do any major aerial maneuvers on the flight with the fighter version, the actual fighter mode. But as I said, with the game only having one real way to truly to actually target and use properly, you'll be seeing me switch to Battleoid a lot to actually adjust the camera locations, because it's a lot easier to do that than actually using the alt camera angles the game gives you, because those don't really let you keep targeting things. Okay, there's that. Shoot the heavy missiles for that so I can get rid of them fast enough. Switch there quickly, because it's just faster to keep making sure the ship stays alive. Pretty close, but normally I would be doing a lot better, but I got confused at the beginning of the stage, so... 2, 1, and we defend the ship. But I do what I can do on that one. So we'll skip to the next mission. A, not S, but better than nothing. Unlock the 1J permanently now. So now we're on mission 3. The interesting thing about mission 3 is this is the first mission where we will go inside the ship. There's 2 of them in this storyline of it. So Eddie here. You'll see me start to said fly backwards, multi-target. That there, that there. Target lock on here. I mean, the run is fun, and you'll get to enjoy some fun things here. Multi-target that one. Having to adjust for where we are control-wise is a thing constantly in the run. It's fast-paced, action-packed. And I could use missiles of reckless abandonment here. Because in the next part, we will be inside the ship, so we can't use them in there. Review. Because the controls to switch each stick is on the R2 and L2, it can be a pain sometimes to switch. But do what we can do. Hopefully you're all been enjoying the marathon so far. That's the first part of this mission down. Gotta be able to skip the stuff. that one. So now we're inside the SDF-1. Let's go. Come on, now. Because we can't use missiles. The fastest thing to do is to legitimately just lock on and use our secondary fire option with the with Battleoid, which is the head cannon, I think is what it is called. It's not Vulcan like it would be for Gundam, and I forget what it's called on that one. Anyway. Unlike, I'm actually having to hit like 3 buttons at the same time on a PS2 controller. I do what I can do for that. Which is both target plus that plus this, if you can see what I'm trying to do. You know, like hitting both of these plus this, just to be able to keep up a constant target. Not one with both of the missile, you know, both of the actual guns on that one. It's a thing. And then if I want to strafe, I've got to also prepare to use left and right on it. So now we're already at stage 4, halfway part of the run. There's only 8 missions for this part of the game, and they're usually straightforward. Because although you can do both storylines together, which is a true example of the run, you know, is what it is. Anyway, we're in the game's version of the cat's eye, so we've got to go to certain targets. Now, this is also a boss stage, so I've got to do this specifically so I get enough missiles left over to save a lot of time. So we want to fly to this point here. Enemies will spawn. We want to fly back. Keep flying, keep flying, keep flying, keep flying, keep flying. Not like those. Come on. And do that to save our missiles because we are very limited on missiles here and we will need as many as possible for the boss. What you just saw me do was using the fact that the explosions still have a hitbox, so it does matter like when we place our missiles, so placing it where a group of enemies are, we can take advantage of that by allowing, you know, the sort of lingering hitbox of the explosion of the missile to deal a lot of damage to them, which saves a lot of time. So again, fly away. Do that there. That there. That there. That there. And that way we can save on our missiles because we need that as many as possible for the boss. Because if you haven't noticed, we don't have any extra weaponry and we only have a handful of missiles. So we have to do this as easy, you know, as fast as we can with maintaining as much, you know, firepower as we can in order to save time on the boss. It's actually possible to get a high rank on this stage, but you have to be very precise with how you do your missiles. It's hard to do that in the game itself without going and doing the free play mode where you can use different ones, you know, using different Valkyries. So now we're just waiting around for the next target to appear. Just flying around, just, you know. This is one of the stages I like to use if I'm warming up or practicing my maneuvers on that one in space because it's a lot easier to practice. But yes, this is a game that never came out to the US. It was, I believe, the only game in the series to date that did have a possible US release. So we want to quickly dodge these missiles on that one because the enemy bosses appeared. Want to shift through there. You want to make sure to dodge that. Shift left and right. Target that with a full volley if we can. And now that we have now that we're out of missiles, we got to take that out with just our guns. So we want to slowly go close to the boss. Avoid its missiles. Avoid that because it got caught in crossfire. Boost again. Please, 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 please don't die. Crap. Yeah, all part of the estimate. This mission can be a little hard if you screw up a bit of your maneuvers slightly. And sadly, I've got to do the entire mission again, but it's a fast mission. On that one, the estimate basically covers for this mission and one other mission of the fact of just like chances of it dying. As I said, this one, you've got to try to avoid all the missiles, and if you get caught in the crossfire, it can be annoying. And sometimes playing fast, it tried to play the conservative route does actually cause problems. Go on now. Let's go. Gonna go for those. Now, hopefully, as I said, you've all been enjoying the marathon so far. I haven't had a chance to catch much of it, but I will be catching up with some of the VODs. So now we gotta get to the next target. Said it's all about trying to dodge some of the stuff here. We gotta go as fast as possible, of course. Okay, let's go here. Okay, there's that there. Can't afford to waste that many missiles. Come on, you. There we go for that there. Now, taking a death really doesn't matter. It just matters that I lost a little bit of time and can now no longer get an S rank. But oh well. Is what it is. So we're flying, we're flying, we're flying, we're flying, we're flying. Hope you're all having a good day so far. Said it's been fun to see, you know, some of the runs that have made it. So fly to this point here. Let's go. Let's go. Valkyrie, let's go. Just want to do some crazy flying for now while we wait for the next target to appear. I've been doing what I can. I've been doing what I can. So we're flying, we're flying, we're flying. Normally, as I said, I'd want to be done this now, but go. Remember to slowly get the dodging of that one. Come on now. Let's dodge. Want to keep maintaining our fire. Dodge this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Follow the missile trails. There we go. As I said, won't get an S rank. Probably not an A either, but either way, we defeated the enemies of that one. You know, defeated the scouts while scouting ahead for them. The ship. Yeah, B. Not the best, not the worst, but the game gives us the fact of, hey, you unlocked this for just free play on that one. So next we'll be on. God, is this yeah, this is the one where we're going inside a ship, a derelict Zentradi ship to investigate. Now this mission's a little unique. For going fast comes down to maneuvering properly on that one. And now this properly is a pain. This is legitimately like one stage where it can get a little confusing because to play fast you have to adjust your movement properly. Which can be a bit of a pain for that one. As I said, it can be a little bit of a pain to do some maneuvering in here, but you do the best you can. Ideally, if you can manage it, you want to go with the fighter mode to save the most time. But it's a lot faster to just, you know, if you're unsure about control of that one, it's best to just use the Unlock/Guardian mode, as it's faster than the other thing. And turns out this ship isn't a derelict. It's just down, you know. It's just, you know, hidden. It's basically had its systems down. So we're going to get the hell out of Dodge here. We have to actually kill enemies on the way out. I would think being able to use missiles here would be a benefit, but with locking on to enemies, it's a pain. And because we actually have to beat these enemies to get to the next, to get out of the rooms, we just try to do that as efficient as possible. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. So we gotta just keep relocking on and just aiming properly. Come on now. Locking on to enemies and using our secondary fire, which is supposed to take down missiles to help with getting rid of the enemy's fire. As I said, this is one of those missions where it's annoying to play optimally because of just how it is. But we made it through. And if you notice the two things on the back, that was basically because that's our supers. Not the cleanest. But we somehow made it through. So that mission's more about trying to make sure we get everything lined up perfectly on that and getting through as fast as possible. It's more of a, we can do it, it's just a bit harder. Now we finally made it to Mars, because we're trying to get back to Earth after being flung to, like around Jupiter or Saturn after having to execute a hyperspace fold. And this is the, this is one of the packs where we cannot use anything but the Battloid. So what we want to do is quickly swap over to our gun, other thing, because, as I said, the one nice thing is we have to not only defend the ship, we also have to shoot down these enemy pods. So right now it's just more about just efficient use of our thrusters, our boost, and beating the enemies as fast as possible. And when we can do that at advantage, we will be using our missiles. So we want to just keep flying backwards, hitting them as fast as we can. We need to save our heavy missiles for the next part, so we do not get a refill once the real heavy things start coming in. And again, just gotta be able to do it as fast as possible, not when protecting the SDF-1 or Super Dimension Fortress 1. It was basically the ship that we, that in the anime, crash landed on Earth that humanity rebuilt. So we just get to fly around for a little bit until the second part starts. And now it's showing that we got, more devastating enemies coming. Come on now. It's smart enough here to actually use full missile volleys where we can, because it will deal the most amount of damage. Switching over to our other, mode, well, our other secondary things. Using them as well to take advantage of that. Use our heavy missiles. I'll use that. There are guns here. Use that cover. What we've also got to do is make sure we can use our thrusters efficiently. That efficiently. If we manage to lock on for full missile volley, it does a lot more damage. Back out. Oddly enough, there's some times where we want to use single missiles to speed up, but then again, there's other times where you just need to just hold in and do a full volley. Like here, for example. There we go. Save Macross on that one. Not the cleanest, but again, this is the type of game where you've got to keep, rooting on the fly, and I like those types of games because I know for a fact I am not the best gamer out there. But what I do like with some speedruns is when you can actually just do what you can do on that one. Well, that's annoying. That's never happened before. Thank you, backups. Well, it's not a dead run, but my game just froze. That's never happened before. Thank you for having backup saves. It's going to be annoying, but luckily this is not going to count for the leaderboard, but I can do something to work with it. I can. As I've got a complete save file, and because I can actually start partway through there, I can just finish off the run. That just means I've got to do that, but it happens. Chalk that up to it happens. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things, it's like, that's something I've never seen before. Now I need to choose the correct one. It's this one here because that's my completed file. Let's make sure I've got everything set up here. Yup. The reason how auto camera off is because honestly, if you have auto camera on, it does automatically. 5. So we just got done 6. Yeah, we just got done 6 on that one. Yep. So we're on 7. So, here we go. You'll see. You'll see. Anyway, we've got the 1S here. We finally got back to Earth. So, we now have to defend some stuff on that one. 1S is basically the best of the Valkyries that we get access to in the game. Oh, in the actual story. So we just use missiles there. Fly this way. As I said, just keep on firing. Thank God for having a completed game save. Any mission style game, you almost always have to have a backup. As I said, that's the first time I've seen that happen. So if someone wants to clip that, they're welcome to. That is a legit, that's never happened before. Probably hit like a certain button combination or something like that and it ended up freezing. That's all I can guess. Anyway, we need to dodge these. Maintain our health. There we go. Now this is a boss battle, so yeah. Whoops. Anyway. Need to be able to dodge as fast as we can. Just that as fast as we can. One nice thing is our secondary weapon does help get rid of missiles. So you'll see me use that a lot. Dodging. And there's missions where, oddly enough, we have two bosses to face in this mission. There we go, not bad. We've got enough health left to be able to do that. We get some health back before the boss. For the second boss, we have to destroy this before it can, destroy the SDF-1, which is carrying Macross City in there. As hyperspace full, they were able to salvage part of the city of that one. So now we want to fly towards the enemy again, doing our usual attack here. Dodge again and again and again. There we go for that one there. Okay, so now it's showing that that's getting ready to fire. So we gotta hit this little thermal exhaust port. That reminds me of another thing. That reminds me of another franchise. What franchise could that be? I want to get higher up. one for me. Okay, let's go. I don't remember. Okay. Come on now. This is one of the few times you'll see me swapping between missiles, types of missiles. This is one of the other reasons why I needed to save as much missile health as I could. The fastest way is to just tank the damage. Got it. Since we don't have to worry about anything else but just taking out the boss, we good. So now we defended, Earth, we defended the SDF-1. That mission is annoying, but it's, okay, let's see here. See, that's one of the other reasons why I do not like having the memory card in that one, but still. And we're now on the last mission, which is this story version of Bursting Point. Anyway,
Macross.
or whatever the movie equivalent to that is. We get to use a special thing here. The 1S Strike. So we want to take out as many of these as we can for now. Gonna get close. Back up some. Get close. And for the person that asked if you would see the beam weapon, look at the last option there. The last sub-weapon. Well, in the missile setup. I'm going to take out some of these before the next set of enemies show up. Take those out. Save on missiles for that, because we're going to need them. Okay, let's see here. There's we need to take these out. We need to be able to save those for our really tough enemies here, because they save time, for that one. So we just gotta make sure we get all those. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of you. Get rid of all you. And we're done the first section of this mission. Now get ready for some interesting stuff. Well, I grab a drink, because I got an unskippable cutscene coming up. This an empty soda bottle makes a great thing. Makes a great sized water bottle. Once we get done, once you're done drinking it, to clean it. So here we go. We're at the part where we have, a giant amount of enemies here. And now these are the super missiles of this game. We can only use these for this mission. And they will damage us. Yes. It does that for both actual routes. Now, while this is going on, Minmei, who is the idol for the anime, is singing. So we'll use that, we'll get rid of that one, and we just gotta wait for a certain enemy to show up. Gotta make sure to save our missiles for the correct things on that one. Yeah. As I said, this part is based on the film, part of the storyline. The show has, the other storyline does have the bursting point mission though. We need to use that there. We gotta save some of our missiles. Come on, need to get rid of enough enemies here to get this. That one. There we go. Now we just need for the one thing to show up. I actually have to be prepared to make sure I do not use all of my super missiles here because honestly, yes, it does. And you also have the extra parts to it after the which help transform into the second. Help transfer to the second show. Did I get it all complete? Not on one row. Not on the entirety of the routes for the first pass from it. Okay, gotta make sure to get that because gonna need to. Let's go. On now. Gotta get through here. Yeah. Now the nicest thing is that I do have a few other things to do in this mission. So that's gone. Now then, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Also, fun fact, the earlier in the year, the Macross and Robotech communities finally, after, 35 years, finally reached an agreement so that Macross and a lot of it, basically all the later ones, are coming to the US. So I'm happy about that. I am. I run both, series games. I like both. And we still have a giant boss to battle. Yeah, everybody that heard it was like, that is a miracle, that one. So we've got some other crazy stuff. Battle Cry is amazing. I've done that, on that one. It is an amazing run. I've done it without supers. I've done it with supers. It's a crazy run. The PS2 version of, Macross is great as well. I run Battle Cry on the GameCube, but and it's one of those things that me and the few other runners that do run it are trying to get proper emulator rules so people can try that run out, because it's crazy. I've got a few videos on my channel showcasing an entire tutorial for that run, and it is so fun. Like, in fact, taking a mission is basically stun locking one of the bosses before they even get into the boss arena to finish. Anyway, what's going on with this part of the game is Macross is counterattacking. So on that one, Eddie here is going inside to take out the boss, saluting, the coming back alive. I do not know, as I said, I haven't seen the film, and it's on my list of stuff to see, but, there's Lisa up, one of the characters from the actual show stuff, and Rick's wife. This part I can only assume via tone of voice is more of the I love you, come back, because it's tone of voice on that one. And Macross always does a good job on its music and the other stuff as well. It's music, it's the space stuff and everything on that one. So anyway, the original guide basically says giant head, doesn't like Moe, but so yeah, we gotta do some stuff. Now the funniest thing is to find a boss for this route, they've hit you in the worst setup, in a sense, because it is essentially the because we have to do this entire first section close up. There we go. There's the first part done. We want to shoot out estimating the weapons. Switch to that. Start dodging, and stay at a distance, and we can take it down. We want to stay far enough away and strafe so we can keep locking on and be able to dodge missiles as fast as possible. It's one of those things we want to line up our shots to begin with. So we can avoid taking a lot of damage, because this boss is annoying and you just gotta keep rotating all around. Because we're inside an arena, so we need to avoid as much missiles as we can. Keep circle strafing. And time is coming up once I get rid of this boss. And we are done. Now, apart from it apart from the freezing up, it was good enough on that one overall, and having to fix that one on death, and it was one of those stages that I knew could happen on, but either way, even though this won't count for the leaderboard, we still gotta watch the ending and get our final time on that one. As I said, it's a solid run. Just have to allow for a little bit things here and there, but we did it. So got all that. Managed to take out all the stuff, and then so now we just gotta sit back, relax, and let the credits roll, because I gotta get the final time for the mission. Let's get to enjoy one more anime song on that one. As I said, I try to actually show some love to the franchise, because it doesn't get a chance to show that much on Yep. 57, 52. Not counting the other stuff here and there. Probably a 56 or 55 if I didn't have to restart some of the stuff on that, but still. As I said, this is the type of one where it's like I've got to give a pat on the estimate because of chance of losing like a handful of missions. The full game run, with both storylines is amazing. It gives it a lot more interesting gameplay on that one. But hopefully you're all enjoying it. As I said, we've got to go through the credits. Get to enjoy Minmay singing here. I hope we get more of these games, in the US now. I know Robotech's been working on, a MMO-style game, or, new game on that one. Plus, they also had a remake of the Game Boy Advance game, and I still am annoyed with that game. I swear it literally damaged my Switch playing it. Then again, my Switch is also old, and I wish I had saved a complete run for that one so I could hit the leaderboard on that one, but still. Thanks. As I said, the series, I'm glad that it's getting more representation here in the US. And in fact, I need to finish setting up the leaderboard for the GBA version for Robotech, so that way we have all those together and get more people interested in Macross on that one. We have a Discord for the speedruns for both. I need to pop a link on the to see if anybody else wants to join it, but there's a link to it in the Battlecry leaderboards on SRC if anybody's interested on that one. I've been trying to expand out to get more people involved on that because it's a great series, and the series itself helped influence a lot of actual anime with the transformation mech genre, such as Z Gundam, Double Z, and a lot of others. And let's see, final time was a B. But solid overall. And there's Captain Gloval. We don't need to save, but yeah, that's everything for it. I'm glad you all got to enjoy it. And apart from it freezing, solid run overall, I'd say. So, let's see. I know we've got, I think, a few more runs coming up, so that'll be nice. So I guess whenever they want me to get off, let me know. But overall, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. I am honestly glad y'all enjoyed it. It's the type of run where it's easy enough to run and, fun for it. Yeah.